Hey YouTube Nation, it is your girl.
Great.
Um, right now it is raining outside. So if you happen to see the screen flash off and on, that's why. But I'm still here. Okay, so today's oracle. mhm, Today's oracle card we have today is I am trustful in my relationships. I am trustful in my relationships. Our personalities are forged from the dynamic combination of natural disposition called forth from genetics and the nurturing. Nature and nature walk hand in hand as we follow the path laid in front of us by experience embedded into epigenetics. How we relate to the world is rooted in how we relate to our own nature and what we choose to nurture inside of our heart shimmers in the light we shine on the mask of personality chosen. When we are secure in ourselves, we can find security reflected back in the relationships we cultivate and allow. Guys, we have to make sure that we are very, very, very secure in yourself. If you're not secure within yourself, you can't find security in other relationships or trying to cultivate new relationships. Like, for example, I'm gonna give you a prime example. You could be a man or a woman who is specifically very secure in herself or in himself, meaning that he or she knows what they want, where they're going, who they want, why they want, and when they want. So it don't matter if someone try to throw you off your game in some kind of form of way. You are secure in yourself because you know if if I decide to make a choice doing anything, I made the choice to do so, and I am secure in who the hell I am. We When we relate to our relationships with an intention of seeking vision within the fractal fragments of the greater whole, we can find and unite to a consciousness that sees the nourishes the interconnected nature of all. We okay, when we feel insecure, listen, we must remember that the tendrils, no, I'm sorry, that the it's fucking dark in here, y'all. We must remember that the 10 drills we tend toward may reveal lessons in our tapestry woven. If we see a certain pattern that is projection of pain, broken problems, broken issues, or poor treatment, we must pause and meditate on what may be learned and how we let things go so that we can have a new design and being able to emerge. So, with that being said, y'all, you you have to be, if anytime you feel insecure about anything about yourself, that is a sign for a wake up call. You need to work on yourself before you decide to pursue any type of relationships. Excuse me. Mm, we have to be able to control the amount of pain, the amount of of broken promises. We have the amount to control poor treatment. I'm gonna say it again. We have the power to control pain. We have the power to control broken promises, and we have the power to control our poor treatment. Okay, when we must pause and meditate on what may be learned. So when you understand those three statements that I just told you, you're able to dig deep into yourself and find out what particular trait is triggering that pain, issue, or problem, or treatment, or on how you're being treated. All right. Then once you gather up the knowledge that you need to obtain about that certain situation, about shit that hurt it, about a certain situation when it comes to relationships, love, partnerships, um, your business partnerships, your family relationships, and your relationships with animals and people, strangers that you never met. Okay, so um, transmute the tension. Okay, now that you have dig deep into the knowledge, now it's time for you to put that knowledge that you learned into action. So, for example, if you made a decision, ladies, you may have made a decision to not deal with men who have children. Why? Because scenario A, you have been in a situation to where you have been on the back burner. Two, situation number two, you were put in a situation to where you were either manipulated or um yes, manipulated into thinking that this person wants a future with you, but technically, ladies, let's be real, this man has already created a future. So you this now that you know that about that man and that particular situation, you now have to trust yourself on making the right decision according to that situation. Men, here's a scenario for you. Okay, say for instance you are a man, you are a fellow that never got that much attention. You was pushed to the side, everybody ignored you, every girl that you try to talk to, she laughed at you. Now you may not be all that attractive, but what's attractive about you is how you carry yourself and the things that 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 you are mentally influenced by, and your characteristics based on your beliefs on relationships. You dealt with the girl that was prettier than you, and she broke your heart. But ever since
Oh, that's
then,
her husband.
ever since then, you have shut down. You became cold to the world, and you meet another young lady that's pretty just like the other girl. But you think that the second pretty girl that you meet will be just like the other girl, that the last pretty girl that broke your heart. But here's the scenario: pretty girl number A has no morals, She has no goals. She is toxic. She is insecure. She just she's just nothing. Okay, so you have pretty girl number B, right? This pretty girl over here, she know who she wants. She's a godly woman. She's driven, determined. She has goals. She has dreams. Um, she has goals, dreams, ambitions on things that she wants to um, achieve in her life. She is stable. She have money. She's not rich, but she's stable, right? Um, and she don't mind being with you. She look at the person that's inner self. She's not looking at your face. So you say to yourself, young fella, you know what? I'm gonna give her a chance. You made up in your mind, fella, the gentleman that I'm talking to. You understood. You learned your lesson from the first girl, the first pretty girl. But here comes along this new pretty girl who fine, got everything going on. The book on the sun. She's smart. She has knowledge. She has spiritual wisdom. She's a fearing godly woman. She has all those traits that you always wanted in the first girl that didn't have them. So what I'm saying is this, young man, you make a decision to trust yourself and trust the new girl. So what I'm saying, guys, the moral of the story, you must you must come to a decision, serious, wise decision to open your heart to new things in your life. If you have been in one of those scenarios that I just said, you are now available. You now have an open portal to a new direction, new situation, new path in your life when it comes to your relationships. If you have been hurt, we all been there. But what you can take from that hurt, the reason why I gave those scenarios is because you have to take the hurt that hurt you and turn it into something that is beautiful. Meaning, you trust yourself enough to make, even though you made bad decisions in your relationships, you understood that until I align myself with my inner self, okay, you understand the true power of relationships. Do you know that every relationship that you get into, it is a it is either there to show you something about yourself or to help you grow. It's to help you grow. Every relationship is to help you grow and teach you something about yourself. And just to learn. Every relationship that you also get into as well, you are to gain some type of wisdom from each person, whether if it's good or bad. Okay, so YouTube Nation, trust. It's time to trust yourself. Show the world, show the people that's coming into your life that they can trust you. If you don't trust yourself, then you got a lot of work to do. Okay. On the note, I love you guys. Thanks for coming, tuning in with your girls. Stay safe out there. Um, Spread love. Uh, and peace. Bye.